It's about the boards of directors. What kind of involvement do they have? It's not just that they are in legislation. We are forced to have a board of directors for companies. But the second question is, okay, do we use them? Are they used really? Are they a resource? Or just something that has to be there? It's possibly a management team. When do we get it? Or family involvement, that kind of things. That makes the question about company development, company creation, new business creation, that sort of things. It makes it more complicated because it's not just one person who makes the decisions. It's not just one person who is responsible for the development. It's more people. And it may actually happen that those business ideas and the development takes a different channel. It all doesn't directly go to the same company. All the aspirations, all the willingness, all the capital. It may take another route. What I like to, for a few minutes, show you a short analysis of one case company, or one case that could sort of open up the relationship between ownership and entrepreneurship. And it goes like this. We, together with colleagues of mine, Marita Rautiainen and Markku Ikävalko, we did this kind of study about families owning a portfolio of companies. And you know, at the same time as most of the research actually, well, very systematically neglects the whole issue. The more we look around, the more we can see that families are very much involved in business. Something like 85% of Finnish companies are family-owned, 85%. And at the same time, when we start looking at the businesses, okay, if they are family-owned, are they owned by the same families? Very much so. If asked from Finnish owner-managers, do you own also other companies? Something like 30% to 50% of owner-managers respond, oh yes, of course. The second, third, or fourth, and so forth. And you know, if that's true, and that's how it goes, it has an effect on growth analysis. Because we do growth analysis on the basis of the company level. What if the growth takes place in another route, by creating a new business instead of growing one? Right. What we wanted to present in the case is a process of entrepreneurship. How does entrepreneurship take place in a particular family business context? What kind of things happen there? And some points there about the resource-based view, how things are dealt with in today's management theory and entrepreneurship theory. And the point is that the family is actually a resource. It's not the disease, it's the resource. And further something about portfolios. Right. You know, we have, at the same time as we have the statistical knowledge about that this should be a quite usual or common phenomenon. We know very little about these things. Are families, first of all, important in managing portfolios? How do they do it, if they do it? Or how do family members take part in those things? What do the results look like? And that sort of thing. And we have to start describing those things little by little, and we can accumulate knowledge again. This is a picture of one family and their businesses. There are 6 family members. You know, a family is a tricky thing. It's a social construction, you know. Who belongs to your family? It's very tricky to define, because it depends on from which point of legislation do you look from. Or if asked, who are your family members? At the same time, it's a very strong tie, and it makes things more difficult than just saying, well, you own the shares, you make the decision. Things are dealt with together, and being together and eating together, evening dinner is a stronger tie than owning a share together or owning a business together. This particular family has 6 members and 4 different companies, and they happen to own those companies in a very complex way. And even if those arrows here show the ownership in terms of shares, it has those arrows have nothing to do with the way of how the businesses are developed in those particular companies. All those businesses are developed together in the evening dinner table. And at the same time, this member 1 is the mother. And the second member, third member, fourth member, and fifth member are the daughters.